I think I've finally learned my lesson about ordering stuff from China off of eBay, because I've been waiting for some stuff to arrive to make this a little better, a little less noisy, um, for like a month. Not more than a month, not like 2 months. Hopefully it gets here soon. Today I'm going to be doing the coffee book tag. I don't know who started it. I'll try to figure that out, and I'll put a link or something in the description. But I'm going to be doing that today, so let's get started. The first thing is Black. Name a series that's tough to get into, but as hardcore fans. And a lot of people I've seen do this to, like, Game of Thrones. I'm actually going to go with The Wheel of Time. This is the 5th book, Fires of Heaven. I do have the first book, which I wanted to use, but it no longer has a dust jacket, because I got those books when I was, like, in 9th grade, I think. Maybe earlier. It might have been 8th grade. That I got the first of those books. And so the dust jackets have not survived that time. It's just an overwhelming series to get into, because we have 14 books, 15 if you include the prequel, so there's a lot there, and none of them are small books. This is actually, I think, one that's on the smaller side, and it has like 700 pages in it. So it's one of the smaller ones, but it's a good series. It's just, like, even for me, I've never finished a series because they're too much. They're so big. Luckily now I'm older, I remember more, so I don't have to go back and reread the entire series to try to remember what's going on. Next, number 2, Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular during the winter. I don't know. Some type of self-help book, probably, because the New Year's coming. But I think I've read The Christmas Carol, so I'll say The Christmas Carol. I've read that once, so The Christmas Carol. Number 3, Hot Chocolate. What's your favorite children's book? A lot of people probably say, like, Harry Potter or something else. I'm actually going to say it's Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. It's just one of my favorite books. It's so sweet, it's so cute, it's so much fun. It's just so pleasant to read. I really enjoy it. If I ever need to pick me up, this is pretty much the book I go to. I probably read it like 2 or 3 times a year. It's very short, easy to get through, and I love Diana Wynne Jones. She's one of my favorite authors. It's just amazing. I'm on 4, not 8, 4. Double Shot of Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat till the very finish, from start to finish. Oh, that one's easy. Jim Butcher, Changes. It is amazing, and I could not put this book down. This book was just, from the very beginning, I had to know what's going to happen next. I had to know how it ended. And the way it ended was amazing. I love this book. I still have 2 more to go. I have to read Cold Days and Skin Game, and then I'm all cut up on the series. But it's really good. Next, 5, Starbucks. Name a book you see everywhere. I'm gonna go with, like, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare and those books, because they really are everywhere. I tried to read it once, and I didn't get very far. I didn't really like it. But everyone else seems to, so there you go. 6, The Hipster Coffee Shop. Give a book by an indie author a shout out. I don't think I own any books that would be considered from an indie author. But I will give a shout out to somebody who doesn't get enough attention, and that's my favorite writer, Robert Asprin, but with his series, Dragon's Wild, which I never expected him to write something like this. He's written a lot of sci-fi, and he wrote the Myth Adventure series, which is my favorite series of all time. But this one's up there. It's about a man who doesn't know he's a dragon, and he's a dragon, and then he has to take over some turf in New Orleans. And it's definitely worth reading. It's completely different than anything else he ever wrote, in my opinion. No, that's probably not even my opinion. Like, he did pass away before the series was finished, so there's only 4 books in the series, but the last book was finished by his longtime collaborator, Jody Lynai, who's also a very great writer, and it's worth reading. They're really good. I love them. 7. Oops, I accidentally got decaf. Name a book you were expecting more from. I'm going to go with Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarian series by Brandon Sanderson. It's his middle grade series, and it was... Ooh, thunder. It was just disappointing. Like, I know it's his middle grade series, so I was expecting it to be a little more silly and stuff, but the way it ended and everything, I was just kind of like, Like, I turned the books in at my local store, because I'll probably never read them again, and they're not a book series I would read to, like, I wouldn't read them to my nephew until he's probably, like, you know, like 12, and then by then, they'll probably be, like, cheaper somewhere, and who knows, maybe an omnibus will come out of them. But they just weren't anything great. They were, like, sort of fun. I mean, they were fun and quick, but they weren't something I would want to go back to. And then, The Perfect Blend, name a book or series that is both bittersweet, but ultimately satisfying. And I'm going to go with Harry Potter and, well, Harry Potter. This book by J.K. Rowling, obviously. This is the first Harry Potter book. This is the first book period I've ever owned. The first novel I ever owned. This is from 1999, when I was like, what, 12? 11? 12. I was 12. I was 12 in 1999. I'm very old. This is the book that helped me overcome dyslexia. Helped me, like, battle against it very hard. I love this book. I love everything up until the epilogue. Like, it's great. Though I mean, it has its issues, of course. Actually, it has a lot of issues. But for nostalgia reasons, I still love the series. And it is satisfying. That's going to be the very last thing. Who do I tag? I'll tag Sam over at Sarcasm and Sci-Fi, because I don't think she's done this tag before. And if she has, oh well, ignore it. That will be it. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you later. Bye.